Yahweh Atzala Awa Yadana Yahweh Yabaraka Ata Awa. Yahweh will give strength unto his people. Yahweh will bless his people with peace. Yah Amara Kaha Amara Yahweh Achaka Wayatis Raka Babatana Ya Saraka Alata Yura Abada Yakaba. Thus said Yahweh that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, Jacob, my servant. So Yahweh has told you that he has formed us from the womb. You know, we're not a stranger to him. He has formed us from the womb. So he knows us. And when we keep the Torah, then we infuse in ourselves a sense of vibration that in this great and massive universe, they know where we at. For in darkness, we are the light. See, you have to understand 12 tribes was given to us. And when Yahweh told us that we are one with him, that my brothers and sisters, I would like you to relax. So let me go on to give you an understanding of what I would like to share with you. When you go, you're finding out that there are people that's calling God's name something else. And these are strangers. That's what I want you to understand. They're strangers. That's why he says, among the tribes of Israel, have I made known that which shall surely be. So when you're listening to someone, you have to say, are they Israel? And that's Hosea chapter 5, verse 9. See, he said, Israel, I'm going to put that in you so that you will understand each other. And therefore, Yahweh goes on to tell you so that you don't become confused in all the circumstances that is happening around you. He says, he tells you, he says in Deuteronomy chapter 18, starting at verse 18, I will raise them up a prophet from among your brethren. He says, stranger, like unto you, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command in him. See, they don't call on the God they say that they are serving. See, so he says, and it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words which he shall speak in my name. See, you done said, so if you don't know the name of your God, then everybody's got a new name. You understand what I'm saying? Because the whole agenda that was put in place was that what? Which caused my people to forget my name. He said, man, it will be a great effort that people will come by. And that's Jeremiah and chapter 23, verse 27. So he said there would be a great effort. But Yahweh God has told you. He said they're going to speak it in my name. So if you don't hear the name of Yahweh God, then you just look, you don't have to say nothing, and you move on. Because they're not speaking in the name of your God that you know, that you have rehearsed in prayer. And therefore, he told you what to look for. But the prophet which shall presumptuously speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. In other words, misleading the people. You are a divine people. You understand what I'm saying? You know, see, I'm not a Hebrew scholar in that I read that I speak Hebrew, but I'm comfortable in it. I was coming across the street and a guy greeted me in Hebrew, and I turned and him and I had the most peaceful conversation. Shalom, my brother. Lakba shalom. You know, I said, oh, whoa. I turned. I said, shalom, my son. How are you doing? I greeted because I'm an elder. And I greeted, we talked. And he said, I don't know why the people don't know. I said, no, wait. It ain't about, do you know, son? He said, yeah. I said, well, then all of us know. It's all about one. And you're that one. I'm that one. Shema Israel, you're one. So you always be an example. I wear my head covered, my zits is out. People be frowning on. They be frowning, but they can't wear this comfortably. I can. I've been wearing this for the last years in Harlem before they even came through. I have no fear. I walk because it belongs to me. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't want me to wear it, then rip it off and see how your life will come. We are divine and holy people. You understand? What's happening in the world, that ain't our problem. You ain't started. So why involve yourself in it? Emotionally, anything, man. Hey, I do not get in conversations over that. Now, in closed corners, we will talk. But out in the open, no, for what? You understand? When you are elder, you speak in such a way that is uplifting and encouraging. A young lady in the building asked me, says that she said, the devil's after me. I know he is because I know the young lady. And I said to her, I'm going to buy you a Bible. So I just ordered the Bible for her to give to her with other information. If you come and you ask me, hey, I'm going to assist. I'm going to assist you in every way. And I'm saying I was coming through the shopping center today, and there was a lady that recognized me, and me and her talked, and I saw, she said something. I said, well, I got a book for you that I feel that if you read it, it will help you in your journey. You got to understand who you are, Yisrael. You are the master of the destiny of this planet. Oh, you don't have to believe me. All you got to do is keep on reading. You'll find out. Yahweh didn't make you 12 because he was just throwing out a number. You understand what I'm saying? When you look in all the other nations and you read their manuscripts, man, they was having trouble. But when Israel kept the commandments of Yahweh God, hallelujah, it was all right with them. We were going in and out of dimensions. That was easy. We were traveling the universe. Man, during the harvest of the 7 years, man, he said, man, don't plow nothing. It is your sabbatical. Man, he said, just go where you want to go. Come up to Jerusalem and then go to the temple and whatever you want. And the priest provided. So I'm saying, my brothers, I know it's a hard trip. And I don't push that aside. But I'm saying that it's challenging, but it's not impossible. And I want you to know how important you are to this planet. Don't worry about this president. Just keep the commandments of Yahweh. So let me go on to explain to you that, and I've told you before, these people don't want this land. They never did. But because you want it, they say, I ain't giving it to you. Give it to them, my brothers and sisters, and go about your business. And you'll find out they'll chase you, literally chase you. They have no life without us. Oh, they don't need us. What? We never needed them. That's the whole thing about it. But if you don't Shema, here, your position that you should take in the land of your captivity. Oh, they done beat us up, raped us, taken everything from us. Man, they ain't leave us with nothing. I mean, with all the education, you understand, they made sure, and they can't find their way down a straight line. They can't find their way past their nose. Where it said, man, I'm telling you. Now, see, this land is a polluted land. It ain't worth 3 cents. I wouldn't take it if they came and gave it to me. No, you keep it. It belongs to you because I know they don't want it. They're not doing this to a people that's imperfect. They have studied you, they know you, but their problem is they don't know themselves. You understand what I'm saying? And while they barking at our house, they should be straightening their house up. See, they don't show you what's happening in their house because it's that damaging. Is that, I'm telling you, believe me, when people are about doing you that evil, remember, they brought us here and we are helpless to this day. You think you can go to the court and get justice? Good luck. But let me go on to explain to you. It says, so you shall not pollute the land wherein you are. For blood, it defiles the land, and the land cannot be cleaned of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that sheddeth it. Do you, my brothers and sisters, this land cannot be clean. It's polluted because their 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 their, their children has picked up the baton. And I'll tell you, instead of showing us this, some courtesy, well, our fathers had brought them here, and we know what happened. They raped us. They poured their botchery into us because we was a clean and organized people. So in this doing, these people had a chance to clean everything, to make it well for us, that we can walk down that straight and narrow path. But oh no, you got to understand, America was a penal colony. Excuse me. I just have to kind of chuckle because you're dealing with a people that if you learn their history, then you wouldn't expect nothing else. All they did was argue. And that's what they're doing in Washington, D.C., arguing. If you're arguing and confused, then nothing is being done. So all I can say to you is these people, they don't like themselves. And there's nothing that we can do for them. You understand? You couldn't give them a drug that would that will calm the rage of hatred in them. And it's not that they hate us because we haven't done anything to them. I just don't like them. Hey, if I did something, then we could have a reconciliation, but we never done. So let me say this to you. Be about your business and keep the commandments of your house. And as I've said, you keep these commandments. And you know, you can go through fire. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm telling you because I want you to be calm. I want you to know the waves of life, it ain't after you. You done been beat up so much. What? And you ain't got nothing that anybody want. You understand what I'm saying? They're not after you. So you can relax. Or if they coming, I guarantee you they coming. And you should go into Egypt again. And what happened? These people are bullies. They know ain't nothing, and they just jumping on us, beating us up, stomping on us, shooting us. But those that are wise among us has taken shelter. They have taken shelter in the Ruach of Yahweh God. And therefore, in that shelter, they're asking Yahweh through his divine and holy name to protect them. Anaya Yakwa Ka Aniya La Kwaka La Qualita Aha Dabaraya Hawaha. I take refuge in the words that is written in the Torah. Anaya La Kwaka La Qualita Aha Shemaya Hawaha. I take refuge in the name of my God that has made everything. Hallelujah. Oh, praise be to Yahweh God. I was sick. I was in the bed. Man, when you go in these hospitals, it's like I'm sitting there. They fool me up with so much medication. And I'm looking, trying to figure out. I'm just trying to, I don't know. This is a new experience for me. And I mean, it's new. And my daughter came to see me. My wife is always there, you know, and the people that are praying for me. And I thank them for their prayers. And I want to tell you something about me. I'm fine. I'm fine because when you're fine and we're praying for Israel, then all of us are fine. All of the camps, my brothers and sisters, ain't nobody can beat us but us. Naya la kwaka la qualita, Baha Rawaka Yahweh. I take refuge in the spirit of Yahweh God. You can't have it no sweeter. Let me tell you, and this might sound kind of funny, but I enjoy this. I'm experiencing something other different. And I'm walking through the world and I'm seeing that people don't have no other choice. You have to seek for spiritual knowledge. You have to. If you feel comfortable in the church, go to the church. If you feel going to the kingdom, go anywhere to sit down and listen. And you say, well, I don't like that. And you go someplace else and you listen. And what you're looking for is something that pertains to you on a personal basis. The Torah pertains to a people in captivity. And you're the only people in the Western Hemisphere that was brought here by ships. There's no other people because when Yahweh wants to make something known, he makes one of. That's right. And you're that one. So raise up in being, the holidays are coming, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, my brothers and sisters. Nourish yourself in these things. Call on Yahweh God. So I like to continue on to tell you, he said, whosoever shed his blood by man, shall his blood be shed. For in the image of Elohim made he man. So this is Genesis chapter 9, verse 6. It says, for it is the life of all flesh, the blood, it is for the life thereof, Therefore I say unto you, my son Israel, you shall not eat the blood of no manner of flesh, for the life of all flesh is in the blood thereof. Whosoever eat it, it shall be cut off. Now it said eat it. It didn't say transfusion. See, you're not digesting it. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. So you got to understand that. It didn't say for you that you eat to have like blood pudding. You're not eating it. It says do not eat it. It says, and that's Leviticus 17:14. It says Numbers. You shall not pollute the land. He says, man, this land is worthless, my brothers and sisters. So move on. You have already created your land. Oh yeah, look, that Torah, you might read and say, I don't mean nothing. Every word. When I was in the hospital, a lot of them they've never seen a black Jew. So they came and they sat down. So like I decided to give them a lesson. And I did. Man, I ran through that Torah and I did it through numbers. And I explained to them, man, they got an earful. But I hope that it revitalize and get them to understand. We've already won this. Stop trying to win something you already won. You know what I'm saying? The blood is crying out from the earth. The cry of the slaves will not stop until the blood is avenged. Now, that blood is not going to stop. It's going to cry out. And he says in Zechariah 1:15, he said, I am very sore displeased with the heathens, nations that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they heap forward the affliction. Man, they beat us up in this country. It is really bad. It's worse than you know. And that's why we need the women, the men that are understand that a kind word is healing. You don't want to arouse these people. You don't want to get them, oh man, you don't want to, you got to tone them, because once you tone them down, they can see. These people are geniuses, but they're not geniuses in a rage. Now, do they have a right to be enraged? Of course. But I know that there's a time that you got to be in, and now let's settle it down. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. But Torah is healing. Torah is your healing, my brothers. So I say, call on Yah. Keep the commandments. That's all I can say to you. Because I'm not saying this as a philosopher. I'm in the middle of the ocean in a boat. And I ain't got no oars, but man, I'm comfortable. Man, this is the best time of my life. You understand? Like I told the doctor, I enjoyed being young. I'm gonna enjoy being old. And I'm gonna enjoy I'm more well than sick. But look, man, I went downtown, went and got what I wanted. I wanted some nice egg salad. I wanted some tuna and some kosher, stuff downtown. I went all the way downtown, to acquire balance. I like to, feel my own balance. And I went and I enjoyed the journey. My wife called me, how you doing? Man, couldn't do, if life was any sweeter. You understand? Because I have great support. My main support is my God. I pray. Believe me, I pray. I prayed before I got here. I didn't weather my ship when I got into the fire. Man, my ship was already weathered. Man, this look, I feel so sorry for the young people getting sick. It breaks my heart. Unless someone sits and talk to them, there's always someone in your midst that knows the way out of darkness. Remember this. There's always someone among us, because we are wise people, but we don't talk to each other. You know, we don't communicate, with each other. But I'm saying to you, you are divine people. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yahweh, Allah, Yama. My brothers and sisters, sing his name, keep his commandments, and enjoy your life. I mean, enjoy it. However life finds you, enjoy it. Walk and don't be angry. Man, I'm enjoying life. Got on the train. I like scratch offs. Bought me some scratch offs. Ain't win no money, maybe $1. But hey, that's just something I like doing. So I'm just saying to you, enjoy your life. Don't let nobody rob you, please. And then you're gonna say, I remember my daughter, Oriya, Oriya, the light of Yah. And Oriya was doing some things I didn't like. And I beat her up. My wife got involved. Oh, I was going to stomp on her. And they got involved. And I said, call the cops. They'll arrest me. And when I get out, I'm going to beat you again. And I said, because you're going to mess your life up. And then you're going to blame it on the society. And it's not them, it's you. And her life is very beautiful now. She has a beautiful God, a beautiful mother, sister that really impacts her life. She has 2 children. She's a really go-getter. She did graduate from college. But I'm saying to you, you can't let your children just run amok. You can't. Because when they run amok, they come to you with their problems. But at the same time, and when they come to me, I got something to tell them. Because nothing, Geraldine was something, my mother was something else. My mother was something else. My mother cursed me out one day. Ah! I said, okay, okay. I never went to my mother's house and told her I had any problems. Never. How's everything? Man, everything's fine, Mom. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying to you, sometimes in the love you have for your children, you love them. But you tell them. I remember I had a son tell me, I don't like you. I said, no, you better hope I like you because I know where all the pitfalls are. I love my sons. I got one son, I just call him up and ask him for money. And he always tell me no. And I laugh. But this is the joy of father and motherhood. I mean, don't feel that all your children have to be without some type of, friction. But like the Apocrypha said, beware of your children. You got to understand the friction what they going to bring to you. And I want you to have a great life because I'm telling you, I'm having one. And, it's beautiful. And, I got a brother. I love to hear my brother. He never says anything negative. How's everything? It's great. He's sweet. He's a sweet guy. And his children. But I'm saying too, I love his wife. But anyway, you continue your journey. And you don't let nothing shake you. As long as you in the word of Yah and you keeping those commandments, man, the devil come in your room, tell him, get out, get out, get out, get out. And don't be afraid. He say, fear not. Fear. Fear what? You know, He told Israel, he said, don't fear. So I say to you, with all my heart, and I will bring the blind by a way that they know not. I will lead them in the path that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them and crooked places straight. These things will I do unto them and not forsake them. Oh, hallelujah. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And through the rivers, they shall not overflow you. Oh, hallelujah. When you walk through the fire, you shall not be burned, neither shall the flames be kindled upon you. So may your days continue to be sweet, my beloved. May you know that you are greatly appreciated and loved, and may you walk. Believe me, you're not in darkness. You're the light of the world. The only way you can have darkness, it says what? Is a the commandments is a lamp, and the Torah is a light. And I shall what? Make a new covenant with the house of Israel, and I will put my what? Torah within them. You are the light of the world. And you enjoy your life, my brothers and sisters. Please. And anything I can do for you, just go on my website, and me, listen to, and I'll tell you the same thing. Keep the commandments and call on the name of Yahweh God. Because that's all I do. And I know to encourage you to do that. If you want to know whether your teacher is a liar, all you got to do is listen long. Just listen, because then you'll understand how important you are in this life so that you will have a great life. And I mean a great life. So I say shalom to you. I say that, enjoy your family. Enjoy the circumstances of life for you so that you will not be swallowed up in the things that don't make no sense. And these things that don't make no sense is so prevalent in the world. Don't worry about the money. They talk about money has no value but here. But when it said, be not afraid when one is made rich, for when he leaves here, he shall not take nothing away. How beautiful it is. So shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom. Hallelujah.